The adventure game Broken Age won't be broken up for much longer. The second half of the game will finally be released on the PC, PS4, and Vita on April 28th, more than a year after the first part was released. Broken Age is a throwback to classic adventure games like Monkey Island and Grim Fandango, and is made by Tim Schafer, one of the developers behind those games. It was funded thanks to a record-breaking Kickstarter campaign back in 2012, so all of those backers and everyone else, myself included, are very happy they can finally finish the game.
We're very proud of you.
Steven Spielberg is getting ready to get into the game in his next film. The iconic director is set to helm a big-screen adaptation of the best-selling sci-fi novel Ready Player One, about a young gamer who enters a competition in a virtual reality world. The book has plenty of references to real-life games, and because Spielberg is a big fan of video games himself, he seems like the perfect fit. Other big directors like Robert Zemeckis and Christopher Nolan have also shown an interest in Ready Player One, but obviously Spielberg gets what Spielberg wants. That's it for the rundown. Now here to join me, look who it is. It's Scott C. Jones. Hello, Scott C. Jones. So Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg, he called dibs.
Congratulations, Steven Spielberg. You get another terrific project to work on, and I'm really rooting for this movie because I've heard about this book for a long time. You know, I was sick last year, and I kept kind of coming across this book in bookstores, and everybody I know has read it, including Steve and Raju. They've reviewed it already on the show.
I don't know if this is one of those movies that can be screwed up. I feel like all the pieces are there to make a really good movie, so if this fails, I'm going to be really disappointed.
I think we're waiting for a really good video game movie, a movie that really captures the essence of why we love these things, and I think if anybody has, you know, the power to realize that in the medium of film, I think it's Steven Spielberg, of course. He made a shot real.
Okay, so let's move on to Broken Age.
Yes.
You know Tim Schafer.
I do know Tim Schafer. I just saw him at the Game Developers Conference. He hosted the awards. He's a very funny man. He has a lot of very talented people working for him. And I love what he's built with Double Fine, and I love what he's done with Broken Age so far.
Broken Age is a fantastic game. I played it. I reviewed the first act, but now it's a whole year later that we're getting the second act. That's a long time.
You think it's too long?
Well, I almost forget the story completely.
Well,
so now I feel like I need to go back and play the first act again to jump into the second act. I feel like, I mean, that's a long time to wait, especially if you were a backer of this game. Don't you feel like you need to get your money's worth and you want it right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, how do you feel about the crowdfunding stuff these days?
Well, that's the thing, I guess. Crowdfunding, you can't really be guaranteed a certain time to get what you invest in. I've invested in a few things now that I still haven't seen any reward on.
You're waiting for the payoff.
Yeah.
But you know, I think it's a little weird. You know, the video game industry as a whole, it's been a weird couple of years for all of us. And I think for the indie game people, even people like Tim Schafer, who's had a lot of success, a lot of critical and some commercial success in previous years, I mean, they're still trying to figure out what works and what's going to make money going forward. And I'm okay with the year. I think we have to be patient sometimes as these things are created. And, I don't know, you know, I don't know what all the details are for the Kickstarter, but hopefully they've satisfied most of them, and hopefully fans are going to be satisfied when they see the game.
Well, of course, the game is awesome. I'm sure the second half will be just as fantastic as the first. But listen, we've got to go to a story now that Vic put together all about Splatoon.
Vic!